All right, let's dive right in. We're going to talk about one of the biggest shakeups happening in tech right now. And that's how AI is completely rewriting the playbook for the people who build the products we use every day, product managers. This is all about how you can be ready for what's coming next. I love this quote from Egan Zender because it just hits the nail on the head. This isn't about us versus the machines. It's about figuring out how to work with this incredibly powerful new technology. The stakes are definitely high, but you know what? The opportunity is so much bigger. And just how big is that opportunity? Well, according to McKinsey, we're talking about generative AI potentially adding, get this, $4.4 trillion to the global economy annually. That's not just a small bump. That's a whole new economic frontier. And it's going to be product leaders who are drawing the maps. But okay, here's the reality check. For all that massive potential, sources like Gartner and the Rand Corporation are saying that over 80% of AI projects are failing to deliver. There is a huge gap between what we want to do and what's actually getting done. And that gap? Well, that's exactly where the future-ready product manager needs to step in. So what's really driving this whole disruption? It's a huge shift in what AI even is. For a long time, we've thought of AI as just a tool, something that helps us do our work a little bit faster. But now, we're talking about AI as an autonomous partner, something that can think and plan right alongside us. And look, this is not some science fiction future we're talking about. This Google Trends data says it all. The interest in something called agentic AI is absolutely exploding right now. This new way of thinking, this new kind of AI, it's already here. So what exactly is agentic AI? Well, think of it like this. It's not just one AI, it's a whole system of AI agents that can work together as a team. You can give them a complex goal, and they can figure out how to break it down, plan the steps, and then actually go and do it. It's a massive leap beyond just asking an AI to write an email for you. So let's really break that down. Traditional AI has always been a tool that you use. It augments your own abilities. Agentic AI, on the other hand, is more like a collaborator that pursues big, complex goals with you. We're literally shifting from AI as a helpful assistant to AI as a true strategic partner. And a shift this big calls for a totally new kind of product manager. We're not just talking about someone who manages a backlog anymore. We're talking about an orchestrator, someone who can conduct this complex new ecosystem of humans and intelligent AIs. So what does this new job actually look like day to day? The job itself is really evolving. You see, where a traditional PM was all about making workflows between people run smoothly, the AI PM is now orchestrating an entire system of people and AI agents. The role gets elevated, right? You're going from managing teams to governing autonomous systems, and from just using data to blending your own human intuition with machine-level analysis. And this new partnership isn't a one-way street. It's this dynamic feedback loop. Some people are calling it a co-evolutionary model. The PM sets the goals, the AI goes off and produces results, and those results then feed right back into the PM's strategy. It's this constant cycle where the PM and the AI are learning from each other and evolving together. To really succeed here, you're going to need a whole new set of skills. Of course, you need the technical stuff like AI literacy and systems thinking to see the big picture. But just as crucial are skills like model governance, making sure the AI is doing the right thing ethically, and strategic storytelling, so you can get everyone, both human and machine, pulling the same direction. Now, the good news is you don't have to do this alone. There's this incredible new toolkit emerging that's giving AI PMs what you could honestly call superpowers. They are total force multipliers for your skills, and they cover the entire product lifecycle. Think about the classic product life cycle. From the very first idea and discovery, all the way to launch and beyond, AI can now be your co-pilot at every single one of these stages. Let's actually see what that looks like. So in that discovery phase, your research timeline just collapses. Instead of spending days, maybe even weeks, reading reports, a tool like Perplexity can synthesize all the key market trends for you in minutes. That frees you up to focus on the actual strategy, not just collecting data. Okay, now it's time to scope out the product. Forget about spending ages on static wireframes. With tools like Lovable.dev, you can literally just type a text prompt and get a working prototype. I mean, think about that. You can get real interactive feedback from your users in a matter of hours, not weeks. And then, In development, AI becomes a co-pilot for your engineers. GitHub Copilots suggest code as they type, which does more than just speed up sprints. It frees up your best engineers to focus on solving the really tough, creative problems that only they can. And what about one of the most draining parts of being a PM? All the communication. Well, tools like Gamma can take your messy notes and instantly turn them into a polished deck for stakeholders. And Merlin, it can summarize that 100-message Slack thread you just missed. This is all about automating the noise so you can focus on the signal.
So, with this completely new reality and all these new tools, how do you actually build a career in this space? Let's get practical and talk about your path forward, what you can expect, and where you should be focusing your energy.
Unsurprisingly, the demand for these skills is creating a really promising career path. When you're starting out, you're focused on learning and can expect to be in that $85,000 to $110,000 range. But as you grow and move into senior roles, your focus shifts to leadership and big picture innovation with salaries that can easily push past $200,000. So how does that really stack up against other tech jobs? Well, that level of strategic responsibility often means you're commanding a premium. The average salary for an AI PM is already outpacing a lot of other specialized roles, and that's because you become that crucial bridge between this powerful technology and real business value. So what's your game plan? First, you have to embrace a growth mindset. This field is going to keep changing. Next, develop your strategic thinking. Let the AI help with the tactics so you can own the vision. Third, deepen that product intuition. Your human-centered gut feeling is what makes you irreplaceable. And finally, you have to become a master communicator, that translator who can speak both tech and business fluently.
And that really brings us to the final thought here. The role is fundamentally changing. It's no longer about just being a manager who directs tasks. It's about being an orchestrator who conducts a beautiful symphony of human talent and artificial intelligence. So the only question left for you is, what masterpiece will you conduct?